Good morning, YouTube. How are you guys doing? So, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a human being and I make mistakes sometimes. And some of the times when I make those mistakes is because I'm in a hurry. With that being said, today we got to fix one of those mistakes. On top of that, we also have to do a rear main seal on this Toyota 4Runner. And then we have to do a timing chain on that Toyota Camry. So welcome to Rusty Fireworks. Let's get it started. As I was saying, okay, I've made mistakes before, and oh my god, can you guys feel this? It's so nice and cool outside. Yesterday was like 90 something degrees. It's barely 7 in the morning, and it's 52 degrees if you guys could see that. 52 at 7:09 in the morning. It's already starting to get warm. So I want to show you guys real quick what I mean with my mistakes. So give me 1 second. Okay, for this I have to show you guys what the Mercedes-Benz has and then what I did with the Ram pickup. I don't know if you guys remember, but I couldn't figure out why the coolant temperature gauge wasn't working. I installed an aftermarket coolant temperature gauge on the Ram as well, right here, and it still wasn't working. And I'm just like, what is going on? Maybe I got a defective one. Okay, I placed that sensor right here on one of these mounts. I placed the other sensor that was missing because I don't know if you guys remember when we did the intake manifold, we put the 2001 intake manifold on this Ram, but this Ram had two different sensors. And the second sensor, it didn't have a mount on the intake manifold, so I bought one of these and I put it right here. And it's a single wire sensor, okay? Keep that in mind real quick. Now, the Mercedes has an aftermarket coolant temperature sensor, and it's from a company called Glow Shift. If you guys can see that right there. Oh, Glow Shift, okay? And this sensor worked right away. From the moment I put it on the car, it's always been working. Now, I was like thinking. It hit me. This sensor has a ground and a sending unit wire. These two sensors, on the other hand, are a single wire sensor. Then I started thinking, what is this little bolt for? I thought it was to put a mount on there, like a metal bracket or something. It's not. It's to actually put a ground on there. So today we're gonna put a ground on those and see if they work. So give me 1 second. Okay, so now the way that I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna connect those two bolts together, and then down here there's a ground already here, which is where I'm gonna final position that ground. So I'm gonna grab this one right here, connect this one all the way to this one down here, okay, and then coming over here. So that's basically the goal. So I have these little ones right here where I can connect those, and I'm just gonna go ahead and connect it all real quick, and then I'll show you guys off camera what I did. Even though I did put black heat shrink so I can know that they're grounds, I don't want a red wire running towards the engine. So what I did is I connected it here, ran the wire here, connected it to the next ground right here, ran the wire over here, and then it connects to an actual body ground. So that way I actually know that it is a ground. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna zip tie the wire as close as I can so it doesn't rub on it, anything. But right now I'm gonna make sure this thing has coolant, and it does have coolant. And now I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on, and while I zip tie those wires, we're gonna see if it heats up. The little that you guys are hearing, I changed the idler pulley, I changed the belt tensioner pulley, and it was still doing it. I sprayed a little bit of WD-40 on the belt. This whole time it was the belt, and I gotta get a new belt. It has warranty on it, so I just gotta go to AutoZone, exchange it. But yeah, so I put a zip tie already here. I put one here, I put one there, okay? And it's just basically to hold it for now. I wanna buy some more of this and then wrap that cable on there, but it's been running for about 3 minutes now. And let's check it out. Ugh. Okay, so check this out. It's actually working. It's over 100. It's getting to the 130. The needles are actually moving, both of them. I can't believe it. It needed a ground. It needed a ground. Now, as many of you guys may know, when I was getting this truck ready, like, I was in a rush. I was trying to get it ready so we could go to Bishop with it. And we got it done. And let me show you guys something. See that crack? That's because somebody grabbed a knife and must have just went for it. That's not a slash from a rock. And my guess is somebody did it. I don't know where, when, or how. If at work, if I don't know. I don't care. I need to get another tire or replacement tire for that. And I do have a backup rim, and it's over there, but I'll do that another time. But yeah, now I'm gonna take my beautiful wife to go get our morning coffee. So let's go get the coffee and test out the ram. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, we're back from grabbing some coffee and grabbing some food, and look at it. Check it out. It's running great. This one, that one's a little kind of high. I'm thinking it's probably the sensor or something. It shouldn't be that high because this one shows that it's really low. And I stopped to check the radiator right now. The radiator's not even that hot, so I think there's something wrong with this gauge over here, but it's all right. I'll figure it out. But yeah, so next stop is we have to take off that transmission and do that rear main seal. So give me 1 second. It's a whole new day, and we have to get working on this 4Runner. So the previous clip you guys saw is I was working on the Dodge Ram. I got that done. We got stickers now for the cars. Ooh, look at that. I got one for the side of the car. I got one for the back of the car. And I got one for the truck. So we got stickers for that. Went to Catalina Island, went fishing. If you guys want to see a little clip of that, go to my TikTok. It'll be down here at Rusted Fabworks. It's the same thing as my Instagram. So if you guys want to see that, it was pretty fun. But now we're back, and I got to do the rear main seal on this truck. So let me go ahead and lift up this car and start taking a look at it. All right, so it looks like the rear main seal is leaking. So we are gonna fix that. It also looks like there's more leakage up there. So it's probably like valve cover gaskets or something. I'll take a look at those as well. But the main problem is the rear main seal. So let me start disassembling this. Give me a second. All right, guys, so transmission is already disconnected from the engine. There's a rear main seal. That's the culprit that's actually leaking, and it's actually leaking off to this side. So you'll see where the where it looks like fuzzy, that's where the leak's coming from. So it's coming more from this side than this side. I'm trying to see if the seal that goes around the rear main is also should be changed as well. I'm trying to see if I, take off that whole casing, if it'll leak a lot of engine oil and all that. If it doesn't, then I'll probably replace that as well. I'm also watching the off-road record games. Matt's off-road recovery. He's having his record games, and I'm actually watching that as well. My goal was this year, go to them, go watch, take the Mercedes out there, basically, shake hands, kiss babies, and, more people see this channel, but it didn't come to that. It's okay. No worries. I'll keep doing my thing. You know what? Next year, the goal is to have the Mercedes ready 4x4 and then show up at the games anyways and unveil it basically to the world. You guys will see it first though, because you guys are my loyal supporters, and I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys. But let me see if I can replace the whole seal package as well. If not, I'll just replace the seal. But I mean, I'm already here, I might as well do that whole package seal. So a couple more bolts that I have to take off. Oh well. But yeah, so let me do that, and then I'll go to the auto parts store. So give me one. And I'm not showing you guys so much because the Toyota Sequoia that I did previously. It's basically the same transmission, except that one was 4-wheel drive. This is 2-wheel drive. So minus taking off that transfer case in the back, everything else is the same. So yeah. And I was gonna use also that this, you know, that extra tool that I did, but those casters are way too high to be doing this kind of job, so I wasn't able to do that. So I'm using the jack, but it's all right. So yeah, let me go ahead and do that and see if I could, you know, take off that panel, and I will see you guys in a bit. So give me 1 second. Okay, so I ended up removing that whole piece because there's a seal that actually goes right here, and that will actually leak down as well. And I don't know why they don't want it to leak down or whatever, but I might as well just replace it. And then if you guys can see up here, those bolts, they were leaking through there too. So I might as well clean this whole thing, put silicone on it, because all it requires is silicone and just that seal, and then the little O-ring that goes on the top. But let me show it to you guys. See the seal right there? That's the one that it requires. So yeah, so I'm gonna go to the auto parts store right now, and after I'm done cleaning it up, and then go get the parts, and we'll get right back with you guys once I have it installed and everything. And yeah, give me 1 second. All right, so I went to shower. As you guys can see, different clothes. I went to shower because when I was moving the transmission to basically clean everything up, I cleaned up the plate where the rear main seal actually goes. But when I was grabbing everything, you know, so I can be able to grab the part that I need and take it with me to the O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's was the only place that's able to grab it the same day. But look, I cleaned it up already. Okay, I had to move the transmission, and it kind of wobbled a little bit. I grabbed it while I was positioning the jack. Well, I got transmission fluid leaked all over my face and my head, so I had to go shower. But anyways, I'm waiting for O'Reilly's to give me a call for the parts on that 4Runner. Meanwhile, we already have the parts for this Camry, the Toyota Camry. It's my brother-in-law's, my sister's, and it needs a timing chain. They haven't done a timing chain ever. It's got 150,000 miles, and you could actually hear the chain clinking already. I'm gonna turn it on for you guys so you guys can hear it. But yeah, you can hear the timing chain a little bit. It's not a lot. 200,000 miles it actually has. So we're gonna do a timing chain on it, and some of the motor mounts as well. All right, so these are not as easy as they look. Okay, it is a timing chain, and as you guys can see, there is very limited amount of space to work on. This is what's called a wishbone style motor mount, because it literally just holds onto it from that side and that side. And these actually go out a lot. It's very common for those to go out, and that's the biggest thing where they start, you know, rambling. But yeah, I basically have to disassemble all of this right here, take all this apart, and then that timing chain cover gasket, the timing chain cover comes off, and we do the timing chain. I lift up the motor as high up as I can, and yeah, work on it that way. So I'm gonna start disassembling it. Anything of interest, I will show it to you guys. And as you guys can see, that wishbone motor mount off already. That basically just controls the motor from going back and forth like this. And here it is. Here, as you guys can see, we have a little bit more space. And now we're gonna take off this bracket, disconnect the power steering pump from over there, and the belt for the AC and the alternator as well. And that should give us more space as well. So give me a second. Okay, so look, there's another thing that I like to do for all my customers, and I'm pretty sure I've said it on other videos, but this is basically my sister's car. So yes, it is a customer per se, because I'm, you know, putting her car on YouTube. So yeah, this is my sister's car, but she's also a customer. I'm gonna treat every single person like if it was my vehicle. Now, if this is my vehicle and I'm doing a timing chain, I have to remove the belts, right? If I start noticing things like this, I'm already taking it off. It doesn't cost me anything to put on a brand new one. This is both of the belts, so you guys can see that it's two of them. They both got cracks on them. So what I'm going to tell the customer, my sister, my brother-in-law, is go ahead and buy the new belts. When I'm ready to assemble the car, all I got to do is slap on the new belts and it's done. But so yeah, so I got that removed. I got the belts. I have to remove that tensioner. I already removed the other tensioner. It's sitting right there. I removed the pulley that goes at the bottom. It's right there. And I have to remove this motor mount right here because it's got 2 bolts that are holding onto the case. So I got to remove those as well. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that motor mount. Make sure that the engine doesn't drop anymore, which I don't really think it will. And then I'm going to remove that other tensioner. This is Finn trying to say hi. Hi, Finn. My guy can't even see. Look at him. There's his eye. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and remove those now. And I will get back with you guys for anything that is of interest. So give me 1 second. All right, guys. So we're at the part where valve cover is removed. And I'm finally taking off the timing cover. But check this out. When you're driving and you hear click, 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 that's what you're hearing. It's not your valves. It's actually the chain. It loses tension after pretty much some time. It stretches, and that's what you hear, that clanking noise. So I'm going to finish removing the timing cover so I can go ahead and replace that chain. And I'll show you guys how the chain ain't going to do this anymore because it's going to be a brand new, super tight chain, and that won't happen. After, 80,000 miles, it'll do it again, and then you're going to have to redo it probably at 100,000. So 100,000, 200,000 around there. So another 3-4 years for this car to do it, unless you're doing like long distance trips all the time. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and take off the timing cover. I'm waiting for parts on the 4Runner. O'Reilly still has not called me yet that the parts are there, so I'm still waiting on that. But once I get those parts, the first thing to do is finish this before daylight is over, and then tomorrow after work finish this one. But let me go ahead and keep on trucking on this one. I removed the 14mm bolts, so all I gotta do is the 12s now. So give me a second. All right, y'all, I went to pick up the kids from school. Went to O'Reilly's. We got them parts, and then I made them lunch / dinner because I made double so that they can eat again during dinner time. But yeah, so I got the rear main seal. This is the old one, and it's the same one. So I'm gonna go ahead and install it now on the cover, put some silicone on it because that's all it requires, just silicone. And then it comes with a little O-ring, and that O-ring goes on the top. So we're gonna go ahead and put that on as well. Put silicone on it, throw it on there, and assemble it. So give me a second. All right, y'all. So we already got the rear main seal in and the rear main cover on. So as you guys can see, it's all right there. Rear main seal is on there. So what we're gonna do now is basically do the reversal. First thing's gonna go the flywheel. This plate actually goes before the flywheel is for standard transmissions. That plate goes before the flex plate, and then the flex plate goes on there, and then we mount the transmission. So once I have the transmission mounted, I will show you guys that. So give me 1 second. All right, so at this point I have the transmission is already on it's connected to the motor. The drive shaft's already connected back there to the differential. I hope the camera can pick that up. Cross member for the transmission is in. I have to do the electrical, the shifter, and then I also have to put the bolts for the torque converter on there. It's 6 of them, so I have to finish that before the sun leaves. So yeah, I wanted to go to Master Cycle today. My wife teaches. I wanted to go see her, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to go. Simply because I have to finish this car before I go to work tomorrow. This one can stay here until I'm done with it. But so yeah, I'll probably finish the Camry tomorrow actually after work. But let me finish this up and I'll see you guys in a little bit once I go for a test drive. Give me a second. All right, so all bolts are in. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. I put the exhaust already. I just gotta put these brackets right here, those ones on, and I'm basically done. But before I put the last few bolts on there, gonna go ahead and turn it on, and the little viewing thing where you take off the torque converter volts, I'm gonna set up the camera right there so you guys can see and make sure there's no more leaks. So give me a second, let me set you guys up. The darn alarm for this truck is one of those Viper alarms, and it's not detecting the control. So now I gotta figure that out. Well, what do you know, I disassembled almost half of the car in the inside just to find out that battery is dead. That's why it won't pick up the remote. So now I gotta charge up the battery. Probably won't be able to finish until tomorrow. But I'm gonna go ahead and put those two brackets at the bottom and lower the car. And then that viewing bracket, I could put it on once I test drive it. So, all right. So, well, give me a well, for me, it's gonna be a couple, like, till tomorrow, but for you guys, it's gonna be a second. Once I test drive the car, I'll show you guys. But pretty much that's done for the day. It's already night, and I gotta go to sleep because I gotta go to work in 4 or 5 hours. So give me a second. Hey y'all, so just got off of work. It's a new day. I am tired. I only slept like 3 hours last night. So as you guys can see, I have the Mercedes right there, right? That's the car that I took to work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get in the 4Runner, push it back a little bit, enough to where I can jump start the 4Runner with the Mercedes. And I just want to jump start it and make sure that the truck runs and it doesn't leak oil. And then I'll let the client decide if he wants to, you know, get a new battery or what does he want to do, you know, if he even has warranty on that battery. So let me set this up and I'll show you guys when I turn it on. So give me a second. So check this out. That's all it was. The battery was dead. So let me try to turn it on now. I'm gonna give it a little bit of juice and then try to turn it on again. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna try something out. All right, got it running. Had to accelerate this thing almost 4,000 RPM, but it got it running. That GM alternator that I put on here, I don't know if you guys can see it. That GM alternator puts out 14.5 volts, 14.3 volts. So I mean, it did the job once the RPMs got up high enough. But yeah, I did put a GM alternator, 80s, 90s GM alternator on this Mercedes-Benz. If you guys want to see that video, I'll leave the link somewhere up here. But let's take a look at it. I see no leak, but either way, I'm gonna go underneath with the creeper. So take a look at it. So the leak was coming from right there. As you guys can see, no leaks at all. But yeah, all it needed was basically a jump start. That's why the alarm kept ringing. That's why it wouldn't turn on. That's why the alarm wouldn't let me turn it on. So I'm gonna go ahead and park the Mercedes now. Time for a quick little test drive. It did lose some transmission fluid, so I want to test drive and make sure it shifts through all the gears. I already topped it off, but as you guys may know, transmissions, once you drive them around, the fluid kind of like levels out or whatever. Check it out. No leaks at all. Perfect. And it was leaking like a maniac too, by the way. Second. Third. There's overdrive. Kick down. All is A-okay. So now we'll go back home and we'll check for leaks. So give me a second. No leaks at all down there. No leaking at all. So that leaking problem, we are good to go. And it's just that battery problem now. So now the goal is to finish this Camry, the timing chain. I gotta go to work to Vegas tomorrow at like 2 in the morning. So I don't even think I'm gonna be going to striking. Hey guys, whole new day here. And we're actually working on that timing chain, I'm sorry. And we have it already removed. Now, what I had to do was remove the water pump in order to remove the timing cover, and the cover actually slid all the way down and down through the wheel well. And here it is, right there. So all I gotta do now basically is put it in timing, which it already is, and remove it. But as you guys can see, that thing is loose, super loose. So yeah, so it's already at top dead center, and all I gotta do now, like I said, is just start taking off the timing chain tensioner, which is down here, the guides 1, 2, 3, and then the chain, and that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. When I put the new chain, I'll show you guys how it's supposed to be. So give me 1 second. If you guys want to know what the main issue is, why I started sounding, take a look at this guy. This is a brand new one, okay? Still in the bag. But do you guys see how it's nice and flat? Now, the same guide, okay, it's that adjuster one, is this one right here. Take a look at that. Do you guys see that groove right there? That's where the chain was actually on. But that's a groove, okay? Over a period of time, I mean, this is, at the end of the day, plastic. It is harder plastic than most, but it is plastic at the end. There's a top guide. You guys see the groove. And then there's is the front guide, or, you know, if it was a rear-wheel drive vehicle, it would be the driver's side guide. But all those guides are worn down. This is the new one on the what it would be called the passenger side. This is the top one. Okay, no groove. And then this is the other, well, it would be the driver's side one. So there's no groove on there. The new kit does come with the lower pulley, which is cool. I'll install that. And then it does come with the new tensioner as well. So once I install that, I'll show you guys. The new chain is marked, and I will show you guys how I use the markings that are already on this chain to basically assemble the old one. The old chain, my guess is they've already replaced it because it also has markings, if you guys can tell. See? And so they've already replaced it, but I mean, like I said, it's metal going on plastic, and it is hard plastic. I do understand that, but metal on plastic, it's gonna wear down, you know. So the car has over 200,000 miles. I'm pretty sure they probably replaced it at 100, and it's basically time to do another one. So I'm gonna go ahead and install the chain, show you guys what that looks like. So give me a second. All right, guys. So this is where I'm just gonna show you the rest of it, and it's basically, you guys see that mark right there? It's on that keyway. That mark is on that one. And that dot is on that one right there. And that's basically how you set the timing for these. And all I got to do now is remove this pin right here on the timing chain tensioner, and then the tensioner will come up and it's done basically. And all I got to do is put it all back together. But yeah, just waiting for the customer to bring me my brother-in-law to bring me the timing cover gaskets. And it's not even gaskets, it's just silicone and all these little seals. And the reason for that is I want to be able to replace those seals because it's already out. You might as well replace it. So we're gonna do that. The water pump is good, so we're not gonna replace that. But yeah, so once I have it all assembled and I turn it back on, I'll probably show you guys that. If not, because UFC is about to start and I want to be able to watch that. But yeah, so if I don't show you guys anything else, that's basically how you do timing chain. It's very simple. You just basically have to be very careful how you're doing it, and then the process to put it all back together is the reverse of what I did of the removal, you know. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I love you guys for real. This is it. I mean, it was a tough job. I had to finish the Dodge Ram. I have to do the rear main gasket on that one, and then I have to do the timing, which is basically I'm done. All I have to do is put it all back together. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. All right, so the timing chain is done.
I just wanted to show it to you guys. It's a lot more quieter than it actually was before. It's not clinking clanking like before. All I gotta do now is just basically put the tire on it, the little plastic cover that goes right here. I put 1 motor mount in and 2 motor mounts in. He brought me all 4, and he just said to put the ones that were required. And then once I do because we're probably gonna tear down that transmission. He wants to redo the transmission, and once we do that, we'll put the other 2 motor mounts on there. But yeah, guys, car's is running great, no noise. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I didn't want to leave the video without you guys actually seeing the Camry running. I know that sometimes I don't record a lot, but it's because, you know, I'm running low on time and I gotta finish clients' cars because it's supposed to rain pretty soon. So yeah, so timing change done, everything's back together how it was. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys. See you guys next time.